Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm so excited. I'm so happy because the NBA season kicks off tomorrow. It's gonna be day one of NBA basketball, something we've been waiting so long for. And honestly, this year may be the best basketball we get to watch in a very long time. So today I'm going to be making a video of my predictions on the awards, basically MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player, all of that. And I'm going to talk about why I picked these players to be able to win these awards.
I was good on my own, that's the way it was. That's the way it was. You was good on the low for a faded fuck.
If you also want me to make a video where I predict the seeding of the Eastern Conference, Western Conference, please let me know and I will release that tomorrow before the NBA season begins. But let's start off with the MVP conversation. So last year it was between James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard, who all had remarkable years. We can start canceling out Russell Westbrook considering his team got so much better and his numbers are going to drop significantly. Same thing with James Harden, since now he has a dominant ball handler on his team. You can expect his numbers to drop as well. That leaves room for Kawhi Leonard, who is still injured, to come up on the rise to maybe win his first regular season MVP. But the two guys that everybody is talking about right now are LeBron James and Kevin Durant. LeBron lost Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas is going to be sidelined for a little bit of the season. Therefore, LeBron's numbers are going to be up and maybe this year they won't be taken for granted. Now you got Durant, whose team can possibly win 70 games, and it would be hard for a team that wins 70 not to have an MVP crowned. But my vote for MVP, the dark horse, the guy that people don't really talk about. They say that he's gonna win an MVP in the future, but nobody says he's gonna win one now, and that is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And honestly, he could have had an MVP campaign last year, but the Russell Westbrooks and James Hardens were so good that nobody even considered Giannis. But now that there's an opening and that his father just passed away, he has something to play for. He's gonna fight so hard, and if his team can maybe make the 3rd or 4th seed or even the 5th seed with him having close to triple-double numbers, we can see him winning, just because Russell Westbrook did the same last year as a 6th seed and proved that you don't have to be the best record, you don't have to be the 2nd best record, but as long as your numbers are up there and you're making your team win, you're doing the best you can do, you can still have a chance to win MVP. So pencil in my vote right now as Giannis as my guy, and my second vote will go to LeBron James. Now we'll go to Rookie of the Year, where everyone is talking about Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons, and what I've been reading this morning is a lot of people are saying Jason Tatum. Now the thing for me with Jason Tatum is his team is so good. He has Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, and he's literally the 3rd or 4th option on that team. So I don't understand how you're gonna say a guy like that's gonna win Rookie of the Year. Of course, we all see the Lonzo train there and we all want to get on board, but Ben Simmons is so ready. He had a full year off. He's already been traveling. He knows the NBA mindset. He's basically been with real life trainers. He's been dieting, right? He's been doing everything that these guys have, and he's basically a super senior that just gets another chance to win an award such as Rookie of the Year. I've seen some votes go to Dennis Smith, who's on a Dallas team that's not so good, but my vote goes to De'Aaron Fox, who's on a team, the Sacramento Kings, who have nothing, and he's basically starting with a bunch of veterans. So I feel like that veteran leadership from Vince Carter, Zach Randolph, and George Hill is gonna help him up his game. I think he's the best defender at his position as a rookie. He's gonna average a lot of steals. He's so quick, he's so fast, and I think he's the dark horse. I think nobody's giving him any credit and he has a lot to prove. So my first vote goes to De'Aaron and my second will go to Ben Simmons, who I think is already ready since he had that year off. Now let's talk about the Defensive Player of the Year, which has been an award that's been given to a lot of perimeter defenders such as Draymond, Kawhi Leonard, but this year I'm going with the big to win it, and that is Rudy Gobert. I think he is the anchor of that Utah Jazz defense, and now that they lost Gordon Hayward, I feel like more guys are going to get to the rim and therefore he will be able to block and defer more shots. So my vote goes to Rudy, and my second vote will go to Kawhi Leonard, who is still an amazing, incredible defender, and I can't see him not being up there with Draymond as the 3 guys who are really leading the league in Defensive Player of the Year votes. Now 6th man is a traditional award for a lot of guards. When we think of 6th man, we typically think of Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams, guys of that nature, but this year I'm gonna go with a guy named J.R. Swish. JR has been starting for a team that made the NBA Finals 3 years in a row, and now that D-Wade's on the team, he got pushed back to a bench role and he is really upset. I feel like he's gonna have a lot of minutes considering D-Wade's really just gonna be closing out games, starting games. That gives room to JR to still be really productive. I don't know if Lou Williams is gonna be starting on the Clippers, but if he doesn't, he's gonna be my second place vote. I could see Jamal Crawford getting less minutes in Tom Thibodeau's system, so we're gonna have to see what happens, but my vote definitely goes to JR on that one. Now, when we talk about most improved, guys really tend to think about guys that are in their second years, which makes no sense since a rookie's obviously gonna get better as the years progress. I was reading up on guys that may possibly win most improved, and the guy that I think has a really good chance is Clint Capela. He had a really good year last year with just James Harden giving him the ball, but now that he has Chris Paul, who made DeAndre Jordan look like a god, so you can expect Clint Capela to have very easy baskets this year. And when you're given the ball on offense, getting buckets, it makes you work so much harder on defense. It makes you go after loose balls harder. He'll have a lot more rebounds and stuff like that, so I could definitely see Clint Capela winning most improved player of the year. I don't really have another guy that I think I could give that award to, besides maybe D'Angelo Russell and Victor Oladipo, two guys who had limited roles on their teams previously and now have full reigns of teams that are pretty bad. So I can see both those guys' numbers skyrocketing and maybe having a chance at those votes. And last but not least, the Coach of the Year award can go to obviously Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr, Brad Stevens. Any of those guys can easily win it any year. It's going to be very hard to not give Steve Kerr the award if they win up to 70 games. And I've been reading a lot about Tom Thibodeau winning the award, especially that his team won 31 games last year. They were 13th in the West, and this year if they can make it to the 5th seed, maybe even the 4th, which is going to be very hard and unlikely, but if they can somehow make the 5th seed and have like 45 plus wins, which is 14 more than the previous year, in a stacked Western Conference, he's going to be the favorite to win the award. But since I picked Giannis as MVP, I'm going to also say that his coach Jason Kidd has a chance. They were the 6th seed last year with 42 wins, and if playing in the East, if they could somehow secure a 3rd or 4th seed with 50 plus wins, I can see him winning that award. So those are my predictions for the awards this upcoming season. I almost forgot Executive of the Year just because it's so easy. You guys give out that award now. Sam Presti, you won. Don't even debate it. Don't know up for discussion. None of that stuff. Just give him the award. Call it a day. Let me know down low in the comment section what you guys think, who you guys agree with me on, who you guys disagree with me on. I try to pick guys that most people wouldn't, and I'll probably be uploading my Eastern Conference, Western Conference standings predictions tomorrow. I'm so excited for the NBA season to begin. Hope you guys are too. Let me know what player you guys are most excited to watch, and I will see you guys later. Ballin' out.
Okay.